Shares in Tilray have come under pressure today. The stock, as you can see, a bit north of $2. Now, its all-time low, actually, well, according to my Bloomberg screen, was last summer, June of last year, at $1.99. So it's still up from that level, but down 25% in the past year. Let's get more on where Tilray plans to grow. We're joined by Irwin Simon, Chair and Chief Executive Officer of Tilray Brands. Irwin, thanks very much indeed for joining us. Interestingly, I see here cannabis was just north of $60 million in revenue in the latest quarter, but your total revenue north of $200 million. So cannabis is only about 1/3 of your business now?
So, Andrew, good afternoon. And listen, Tilray has diversified the company tremendously. Cannabis is, in total revenue, is close to a $300+ million business for us. But, our Canadian cannabis business and our European medical cannabis business is a very, very important part of our growth and our future. And, let's see what happens in the U.S. after these elections on legalization, which I'm pretty optimistic there. And, one of the big things we're focused on, Andrew, is in regards to our cannabis business is absolutely growth. But, we want to make money in cannabis and profitability. So as you can see, our gross margins are up tremendously in our Canadian market. And we're pretty excited about the legalization in regards to medical cannabis in Europe. So we were down a bit year over year on cannabis, in the Canadian market, a little bit in Europe. But a lot of that is just making sure we're selling profitable cannabis.
So you're not really a cannabis company anymore then. You're more of a beverage company, a beer company.
No, we're a consumer packaged good company. We have over 44 brands out there. And, we have a good sized cannabis business between our European and our Canadian cannabis business. We have a good sized beverage business, our spirits business. And don't forget our Manitoba Harvest, our wellness business. So what we look to, be is what we call Tilray Brands is a consumer packaged good business that's focused on a lifestyle for consumers.
Right. It's interesting. Jefferies has a buy in your stock and says this sales miss was deliberate given our focus on profitability. So as you say, you're trying to just focus on things you can make money on.
Well, first of all, we gave guidance out there on a yearly basis, $950 million to $1 billion in sales. There's lots of seasonality in our businesses, and there's also timing on new products. And you said it before, and I said it before. We're focused on margin. The Canadian market has gone through lots of price compression. If I look over the last 2 to 3 years, there's about $200 to $300 million on our sales. That's price compression that would drop to the bottom line. And as you're all aware, we're all aware, in Canada, we pay $1 per gram excise tax, so pay close to $150 million. So we're paying, all the prices and taxes. We paid the prices in regards to price compression. And you know what? We've been the #1 LP in Canada over the last 3 years.
What are you going to do? Just go on buying beer companies, craft beers? Your growth there, it's fairly recent swing for the company. It's been acquisition driven. So will you just go on picking up a bigger portfolio of beer brands?
So let's step back. In Canada, we acquired Tilray. We acquired Hexo, Redicant. So we've done our acquisitions in the cannabis industry. We've acquired Breckenridge Distillery, which is a spirits business in bourbon, vodka, and gin. And we've gone out and done, numerous acquisitions in the beverage industry. Again, what we're looking at is what are the adjacencies out there for all our businesses. And, our whole thing in regards to beer is how to make beer fun again. And, the whole thing which we're introducing are non-alcoholic beverages, which we think is a big opportunity. We've introduced, in regards to Delta 9, that are drinks that are infused with hemp-infused THC. So, where are the opportunities? Where the growth? Andrew, what we're limited to, and would we do more in cannabis and do more in cannabis acquisitions? Right now, until the U.S. legalizes, we can't do anything in the U.S. So we're limited to what we can grow in. And right now, we've made our bets on the craft beer business. So we're the 5th largest craft brewer in the U.S. today. We got a good-sized spirits business. But if legalization happens in the U.S. and we can go out and buy something, stay tuned. We have a great balance sheet, and there'll be opportunities out there through us to buy other, cannabis businesses in the U.S.
But of course, we've heard this story before from the cannabis industry. Oh, decriminalization at a federal level is coming, but it hasn't come. And betting on the U.S. Congress seems like a risky proposition.
Listen, I didn't think I'd be still standing here today, October 10th, 2024, with cannabis either not rescheduled or not decriminalized or legal in the U.S., but we are where we are. And if Tilray did not take the steps and change our portfolio and diversify the way we were, we'd be a totally different company today. You remember in 2019, after cannabis was legalized in Canada, we were approximately a $50 million business. Today, with guidance out there, $950 to $1 billion in size, we had to transform this company, and we've transformed it into a pretty exciting company in regards to recreational cannabis, medical cannabis, beverage, spirits, and wellness foods.
Finally, Irwin, give us an idea, how much of your revenue comes from Europe now? Because obviously that is a massive market, more than 300 million. Can you give us a rough percentage idea?
So our cannabis business in Europe today, and that's medical cannabis, and don't forget, medical cannabis has to be prescribed by a doctor. Mm-hmm. We sell in about 20 different countries throughout Europe and Australia. So that is about a $55 million business. Then we have another business over there called CC Pharma, Tilray Pharma, which is a medical distribution business. And that sells into about 13,000 pharmacies in Germany. And that is about a $300 million business. So we're vertically integrated there, and we think the opportunities in Europe are tremendous. There's been lots of changes in regulation in Germany, which is the largest country within the European market. Mm-hmm. And then we see other countries coming on in regards to legalizing medical cannabis. And don't forget, Israel, that used to be a big part of our business, that's a market that we withdrew from. But again, we've done a great job in regards to the whole medical cannabis business in the European market. We've also spent some good time and good money on research in pain, anxiety, epilepsy, where medical cannabis can be used, because it has to be prescribed by a physician in the European market.